The Dog Pound Dilemma, Shedeur Sanders and the Quarterback Storm, Chapter 1. The arrival to spring air in Cleveland carried with it the electric buzz of possibility. Shedeur Sanders, son of the iconic Deion Primetime Sanders, stood tall as he stepped onto the Browns' practice field for the first time. The rookie fifth-round pick wore confidence like armor, a calm fire in his eyes despite whispers that he wasn't ready for the NFL. The draft had been a whirlwind. He wasn't a top pick like some expected. Teams passed on him for being too flashy, too raw, or too influenced by his father's legacy. But Cleveland took the gamble, hoping he might evolve into a game-changing weapon. Sanders had something to prove, and he knew it. Chapter 2. Training Camp Chaos Camp began with fireworks on and off the field. Deshaun Watson's status hung in limbo as he recovered from a pair of Achilles surgeries. The assumption was he wouldn't return this season, if ever. That opened a rare window. The quarterback room was crowded. Kenny Pickett, who had stumbled in Pittsburgh but still showed flashes of brilliance. Dillon Gabriel, the undrafted lightning rod with a chip on his shoulder, and Joe Flacco, the grizzled veteran clinging to one more season of relevance. Shedeur, however, wasn't intimidated. "Pressure is what you make it," he told the press. "I've been trained by the best. I'm not here to ride pine." But as week 2 of camp arrived, a different narrative took hold. Sanders' practice reps were cut. Reports leaked Dillon Gabriel was turning heads. Pickett was more accurate. Flacco's leadership was steadying the team. Coaches spoke in vague praise, using words like developing and learning curve when talking about Shedeur. And then, the update that shattered his momentum. Watson was seen throwing at the facility. Not in pads, not fully mobile, but throwing. The Browns brass began hinting that Watson might return before the season's end. Chapter 3. The headlines: Browns QB depth spells trouble for Sanders. The headlines read: Flacco leads, Gabriel surges, and Shedeur slips. Social media turned toxic. Critics called him a legacy pick, riding his father's name. Memes mocked his slow delivery and occasional overthrows. Deion Sanders, ever vocal, stepped in via social media. "My son is built different, y'all will see." But even Prime couldn't shield Shedeur from the storm brewing inside the locker room. Chapter 4. The moment week 3 of the preseason arrived, and Shedeur hadn't seen meaningful snaps. The Browns were preparing to go with a 2 QB system. Pickett to start, Gabriel as the spark plug. But football is chaos. During the third preseason game against the Bears, Pickett took a brutal hit. Concussion protocol. Gabriel went in and threw 2 picks. Coach Kevin Stefanski looked down the bench. "Shedeur," he said, "you're up." The stadium erupted. Chants of "Shedeur, Shedeur" rang through the dog pound. It was time. Chapter 5. Lights, camera, redemption. He walked onto the field like a man possessed. His first pass, a 22-yard rope to Amari Cooper on the sideline. Next play, a perfectly placed dime over the shoulder for a touchdown. The stadium lost its mind. He ended the night 12 of 15 for 178 yards and 2 touchdowns. Poise, precision, swagger. Reporters called it a QB controversy, but Coach Stefanski was measured. It's one game. He showed something. But we have decisions to make. Chapter 6. Politics of the pocket behind closed doors. The politics played out. The GM favored Gabriel. Stefanski liked Pickett's command. The owners? They saw ticket sales rise every time Shedeur's name trended. And Watson? He was now sprinting. Rumors swirled he could return by week 10. That meant Shedeur had one chance: start the season strong or disappear behind millions in guaranteed contracts. He worked relentlessly, extra hours in the film room, endless drills, but whispers of doubt lingered in the halls. A source leaked, coaches don't trust his Reds. Chapter 7. The kickoff, the season opener arrived. Pickett was named starter. Gabriel second. Sanders inactive. The news crushed him. That night, Sanders sat alone in the locker room long after the team had left. His phone buzzed. A message from his father. "Pressure breaks pipes or makes diamonds. Which are you?" Chapter 8. The reckoning, week 4. The Browns sat 1-2. The offense stalled. Fans chanted for Shedeur. Pickett struggled again. Gabriel looked lost, and finally the call came. Shedeur, you're starting next week.